Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Adel Bibawi. Today, I will present my data analysis project for STA 400. My subject about the Titanic disaster using Tableau. The introduction for this, I summarize it and I summarize all the information in this story. Today, the Titanic became a very famous passenger ship that sank in 1912 after hitting an iceberg. This accident caused the deaths of more than 1,000 of passengers and became one of the most well-known maritime disaster in history. The main goal of the project is to analyze passenger data and understand the main factors that affected survival during the disaster. In other words, the main question of this project is why did some passengers survive while many others didn't? And to answer this question, I use data visualization to analyze several important variables such as passenger gender, passenger age, passenger class, and other related factors. Before we go in for these factors, for this project, I use the Titanic data from Kaggle, and Kaggle is a popular platform where data scientists share data sets and machine learning projects. The data contains information about passenger on the Titanic, including passenger name, age, gender, passenger class, survival status, and other details. This data set is widely used in data analysis and machine learning because it helps researchers study patterns related to survival. Before anything, I starting to, and I found this is very important and necessary to clean and prepare the data. Raw data sets usually contain missing values or inconsistent information, so data cleaning is an important step in any data analyze project. The main steps I performed were first, I check for missing values, especially in the age column. Second, I organized the data to make such each variable had the correct format. Third, I grouped some values to make the analyze easier. For example, I create age groups instead of analyzing every single age value. Finally, I imported the clean data sets into Tableau to begin building the visualization. These steps help ensure that the analysis results are accurate and easier to interpret. Main variables used in the analysis, according to this dashboard and according to this story. In this project, I focus on several key variables that may influence survival. The most important variable were survival status, where the passenger survived or not. Also gender, male and female passenger. Also passenger class, first class, second class, and third class. Also age, which help identify differences between children and adults. These variables allow us to explore patterns in the data and understand which factors affect the survival. For data analysis and visualization, after preparing the data, I use Tableau to create visualization that help explain the survival patterns. The analysis focus on several main questions. Survival by gender. I analyzed several based on gender. The visualization clearly women had or females had a higher survival rate than men. This result is connected to the evacuation roles that prioritized women and children first. Because of this policy, many women were able to board lifeboats before men. When we look at the number of survival ladies, 339, about 72%, about 73% of the total of women or survived. But 161, about 19% of men only who survived. So female passenger had a significantly high survival rate than male passenger. Also, women had a much higher survival rate according to this table, comparison table, which highlight the strong impact of gender on survival chances. On the other hand, I divide the age group to 5 groups to make it easier instead of going to each age individual. So that make it easier for me. The red color in this bar talk about who couldn't survive. The green color to explain who could survive. So after analyze all data we have, the data suggested that children has better survival chance compared to many adults. Again, support the evacuation role that prioritized women and children. Many adult men had the lowest survival rates. Also looking for the class, we have 3 classes: first class, second class, and the third class, which is the place where all passenger on at the moment when the disaster happened. So survival by passenger is a big and important factor because the data shows the first class passenger had the highest survival rate while third class passenger had the lowest survival rate by the location of cabins and easier access to lifeboats for first class passenger. Third class passenger were often located deeper inside the ship, which may have made evacuation more difficult. In my opinion, is the most important part in this analyzing for how many people get access to the boat. We'll find it very, very small number comparing to who couldn't have access for lifeboats, which mean most passengers didn't have access to lifeboats, which contribute to the high number of these. The analysis several important findings can be identified. First, gender strongly influenced survival, with women survival at much higher rate than men. Second, passenger class affected several chances, with the first class passenger had better outcome than third class. Third, age also played a big role, with the children receiving priority during evacuation. Finally, the limit number of lifeboats was one of the most important reasons why many passengers couldn't escape. In conclusion, this project shows how data analysis can help us better understand historical events. The Titanic disaster demonstrates that survival was influenced by several factors, including gender, class, age, and access to lifeboat. The shortage of lifeboats and limits safety preparation were major contributors to the large number of deaths. By analyzing the data, we can gain deeper insights into what happened during the Titanic disaster and learn important lessons about safety and emergency planning. Thank you for watching. I hope this is a good opportunity to understand everything happened during the Titanic disaster, and have a good day.